Do you think video games have a positive or negative influence on kids?
I think there are positive aspects and negative aspects of playing video games for kids, and I do think negative aspects are bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So if you have a kid, you would rather them not play so much video games.
I would minimize it.
Minimize it. Okay.
Yes, but it's really hard to control the time. I mean, you can force them not to play game when they are really young.
Yeah.
When they are really kiddo. But when they are like middle school or high school, it's really hard to control the time they play video games. Right? So it's tricky.
But do you think it's okay? So this might be like a two-part question, right? Because you grew up in Korea.
Yes.
And I would imagine in Korea, games might be a little more accessible because there's such things as the cafe,
called PC bang.
PC bang.
Yeah, people say PC bang here, but it's not PC bang. It's PC bang. Bang means like room. So
but essentially,
PC
it's like
cafe.
an internet cafe.
Yes.
Right. That's where you can rent some time with the PC.
Yes.
And you can play video games.
Yes, that's great place for gamers.
Gamers, right? We don't really have that kind of thing here in the States.
I don't really see any.
No, I've never heard of it. At least from where we are, right? So I think here, unless you have a console at home,
Yes.
but let's say your parents are like, no, we don't want you to play games, and you don't really have your own funds or whatever, then probably it's not likely that someone will have, or like a kiddo would be able to play. But then again, they might have a computer, and so they'll have access to gaming. But still, I think
Yes.
I wonder if it's more accessible to play games as a kid in Korea versus in the States when they don't have, let's say, like a console at home.
So in Korea, they don't really play console games. The majority of video games are computer games. And back then, when I was in middle school or high school, parents didn't have any technical tool to limit the gameplay time. So these days, as far as I know, you can set amount of time in the console or computer
Oh yeah.
for your kiddos when they are under a certain age. Right? By doing that, as parent, you can control the playtime. That's the difference between the time that I grew up and now. And I do believe Korea has that kind of tools for parents to control the playtime for their kids. But I still do think that playing video games or computer games negatively affect.
Yeah, let's
the
talk about
kids.
that, because I will want to know your reasons why
Right.
you think it's more negative than positive.
So there are, of course, pros, such as you can make strong bond with your kids. And, well, some games are kind of productive. I would say Minecraft. Yeah, you can learn how to code, sense of directions. You have to kind of assemble those blocks to build things, right? But on the flip side, there are too much negative things.
Like what?
So I think the biggest one is you can get addicted to computer games. And even with the limited playtime that your parents set, you can't stop thinking about it, right? And with your phone, you can just keep searching how to clear the stage 2 and then how to move better in the shooter games.
Yeah, right.
Type of thing,
Yeah.
which was what I did. And then I think that negatively affected my childhood.
Did it affect your grades?
It surely did. And when I became a college student, I still loved computer games. And then that's the time that my parents had zero control on my playtime, right? and then that's when it went too far. I fucked up 2 years of my college, freshman and sophomore,
Yeah.
and I got that type of like warning from the school, basically saying, if you do this 2 more times, you are out.
Yeah.
And then that's when I decided to enlist myself to the military.
Yeah.
And then I became totally different person after
Yeah.
military experience.
Yeah.
But
You became
don't,
a man.
you don't want to do that to cut off your video game addiction, right? And when you're playing the video games or computer games, it's very less likely that you want to go out and play real sports or activities with your kids, which is very important for your, physical ability growing up.
But let's say you are in an area, I feel like nowadays maybe parents are a little hesitant letting their kids go out and play versus maybe 20 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Because perhaps of safety.
Right. Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, so let's say if you are a working parent and you're really busy, you don't really have a lot of time to take them out every single day to go to the park. Maybe the weather is shitty where you are. It's not always going to be sunny all the time.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, so in that case, I can see why, parents might allow kids to have their devices or their consoles to play, to kill time, maybe.
Well, yeah, that's a tricky situation. I would try any way to get the kids out. Unless you are living in like downtown New York or downtown LA, where kind of the streets are really dangerous.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, at least you have playground, which is a very safe place. They have security and everything. I would let the kids play on the school playground.
So I think I agree with you generally. Playing video games all the time is not going to be good for their physical development.
Yep.
Even probably social skills too, right?
Exactly.
You want your kids to socialize with other kids if they can.
Right.
Yeah.
All the when you play video games, all the chats, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about your mom, your family.
And also, you don't know who you're talking to. You can talk to like a freaking 40-year-old or 30-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's like treading really kind of internet safety.
Exactly.
And
I play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I used to turn on the voice chat.
Yeah.
Which is so you kill each other, right? Basically, that's how the game works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you engage battle or fight with just super random stranger, you can talk each other with the voice chat. If you are in vicinity, close enough to this person, you can talk. And then it ends up, I kill this guy, and oftentimes this guy's reaction is so harsh. People who swear a lot with really bad words are really young kiddos. They go crazy.
Yeah.
They lose it.
Yeah.
They lose their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearly freaking 13-year-old kiddo's voice. And he's like, so that's how I see how video games affect kids. It's less than good, to be honest, for kiddos. I know it's irony for me to say this because I worked for a gaming company.
I think let's talk about pro a little bit though, because I do agree it develops creativity.
Yes.
And you kind of become a little more tech savvy at a young age too, and you also develop a lot of strategic thinking.
Okay.
Depending on the games you play, obviously. But
good point.
Let's say if you're a kiddo and you're given a game that's rated E, not Call of Duty or whatever, like
Yeah.
those killing games. But let's say you're given like Minecraft or games that are meant to help you develop that creative
Yeah.
thinking a little bit, then that's probably not too bad. And there's no I don't know if Minecraft you can chat with people online or not.
Mhm.
I don't play Minecraft.
I think they can.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, talking about pros, yes, it could be helpful to develop some kind of strategic mindset.
Yeah.
For example, StarCraft, which has been almost like traditional for Koreans.
Yeah. Like it's super popular.
Yes, it's really strategic game. You have to out clever or outsmart the other
Yeah.
person to win the game.
Yeah.
And you have to optimize the resources.
Yeah.
And then you have to predict how the other person will play.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Lots of problem solving.
yes.
And I think that definitely could be a skill that would transition to like day to day.
Right.
And I would say a lot of like some of the smartest people I know,
Mhm.
they play games. And
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
saying that's a direct correlation, but I think that does help a lot. How you process things.
Okay, so this is my take. Games can be helpful developing strategic mindset and some those type of things, but to do that you have to train yourself to play this game better,
So playing it more consistently.
more strategically. Like, let's say you get into professional StarCraft player group, and then they will train you. Right?
Wow.
Okay, do this at this timing.
Yeah.
And do this at this timing.
Yeah.
And when you have 500 of mineral, which is type of resource in StarCraft, and you have like 300 of like gas, wait for 1 minute and build like 2 factories together so you can optimize those things. Yeah, if you learn how to play this game and how to be strategic in this way, yes, you can benefit from playing games.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you'll not get much from it.
Yeah. I mean, people can just play very casually too.
Yeah.
Like getting their mind off of things. They don't want to think too hard. But I think, the positive thing about video games is what I've seen, especially games that are more open world format. You like figure out a way or a shortcut. Let's say you're in a dungeon and you obviously have to get out of the dungeon at some point. You have to go through all of these traps or fight bosses or whatever. And there are so many ways. I'm sure like the game is developed in a way where you can beat the dungeon in multiple ways, but it's up to the player to figure out other alternative options to beat the game. Right. They're not going to tell you how to do it unless you look it up or whatever, right? Yeah, so I do think depending on how passionate you are or how passionate a kid is about the game and about winning or whatever, or like optimizing your resources or being strategic, they can definitely benefit from that determination. Yeah,
you can learn how to be competitive and how to be patient to find the way out.
The willingness to continue to be better, improve your gameplay.
Yeah, right.
That's important. But if you're, just a casual player and you want to kill time, but on the flip side, you like get pissed off and you want to like throw your controller across the room, then I don't think that's a good use of your time. Then
That's true.
You can just go outside and go for a walk.
Yeah, and I see it's like mind game between the players and the developers, right? For example, I love Diablo.
Yeah.
Right. And then Diablo, you want to make your character stronger. Yeah, you can level up, but at the same time, you want to get more items, good like swords, good armor or whatever, and then there are combinations that will make your character even stronger, like multiplying this factor and that factor. And the users are really good at finding the loophole and then they make the characters really OP, like overpowered.
Yeah, right.
So when you are playing video games, trying to be better and actively thinking how to solve the problem, how to
With like the limited resources that you have, or whatever you just have in your pocket or your inventory, right?
So if you're playing video games that way, not just kind of smashing the buttons,
right, smashing button, just mind shut
sometimes
off.
it's fun. But if the game makes the user or the player kind of think hard to get better or outsmart the developer or other players, it could definitely benefit the players, the kiddos.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I think it's really hard to say whether games are inherently bad or good for kids or not.
Right.
Because there's our whole argument about like how violent games can lead to violent people.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with, you know.
I don't either.
So I think it just depends on like your passion, and also it's always going to be about playing moderately, not letting it consume your entire life, right? You want to keep everything balanced. I think that's like the answer for everything too. But
right.
Yeah. So I don't think games are evil or not.
Yeah, they are not evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be cautious letting my kiddos play video games.
I'll be curious on what they're into first.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
And let's say they pick up, I don't know, Minecraft, or they pick up Tetris. I'll be curious to why they like that. Do you like puzzle games in general? And that could lead to some. Yeah, that was me back then.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
List your favorite games down below, and feel free to I don't know if you have a counter argument or something. You think games are positive, good influence, then let us know your opinions down in the comments as well.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.